Black Mirror Season 7, Episode 3, Hotel Reverie asks, what if they redid Casablanca and then they race and gender swapped the lead? So we had a black lesbian story inserted into our classic cinema. Is that what we want? Very strange. Let's put a technical spin on it a little bit in that what if the actress that does it is technically connected to a supercomputer to have AI insertion such the actress is actually in the movie performing it like a play? Is it any more or less appealing to you? Well, that's how we're going to get Aquafina. Yeah, you know how much I love seeing Aquafina. She plays Kimmy, who's part of this technical startup, and they're going to say, listen, I know you, the studio head, you don't have money, you can't afford to do this, but we do. We can help. Listen, we only need them for 96 minutes. We need such a small amount of time. We can get this star to agree to come in and save your movie, be a part of your movie. And of course, no one wants to do any of this. No one wants to be a part of it, but they find a desperate actress. Who? They find this lady. That's right. I knew her from Barbie. I don't know who Issa Rae is. I know she's been in a couple of things. I thought she was god awful in this episode. My goodness gracious. I don't know how much is her or the script was her playing this character. This was just unbearable. It really, really, really was. Well, as I said, you have this group of all this supercomputers and technology with these nerds, and they're basically watching the movie play out, and they insert her directly into the film. Of course, the twist will be she showed up, doesn't even know what she's getting herself into because she doesn't really understand. She dropped the USB stick, of course, with all these type of instructions. She doesn't even know what she's doing. So she goes in and she can't adapt to all the change that needs to come her way. Isn't that what you want? Hotel Reverie is this romance story with all these twists and turns, basically Casablanca. It is so stupid, and it's I can't imagine how any of this. So again, is this Black Mirror mocking the race and gender swapping thing? Is this actually them mocking some of the stuff that Hollywood's been doing? Because I feel like that actually might be the angle they're taking with this episode. I don't totally get that from those people, but that is. So they have these meters which are basically trying to measure what's going to happen in the movie because the actress herself does not actually know how to play the piano, and it's very important to the story that she does because that keeps the connections going with this character, and therefore that allows for this big romantic twist and everything kind of play out. Well, that's not going to happen, so everything kind of deviates as the computer deviates. There's a good example of that great performance that we get. Like, I don't know where how bad the actress or the actress playing the actress, I don't know where the line is of how bad this is. Then we also get Emma Corrin. Now, again, don't know much about Emma Corrin, never watched The Crown, but I do know she played Cassandra Nova in the Deadpool Wolverine film. And here she just plays like Hollywood starlet, this beautiful lady from Hollywood's past who secretly is a lesbian and who recently has self-deleted herself. Got to keep that in your back of your mind because that's going to be relevant to the story. And here you can see how it actually looks to the people, the humans on the outside controlling the film, putting everything together with her basically doing her theatrical performance as insertions. And they're going to re-release the movie this way. The premise is they're going to do all of this to re-release the movie, this new version, this new updated version for modern audiences. Can you see what they're going for here? It really is an interesting, I'm going to take it as like some form of satire and mockery because, wow. Of course, there's a little technological glitch because Black Mirror, and she's trapped inside with Clara. And the character is now sort of like reconnecting with the actress real life because makes no sense because they don't explain it properly. And the lesbian actress, Clara, in real life, Dorothy, is falling in love with lesbian actress that has been inserted into said movie because and they're sort of like trapped in like a time loop of like a few months where they basically fall in love, they sleep together, as kissing, all this stuff. Obviously all this would just be totally fine for a remake like this, and all this is going to work out particularly great. And just your feel for how you know it's Casablanca. I did say the one effect I did like is there are moments where everything freezes. That's okay. It's an interesting concept that you could have this sort of AI regenerated self-interest. This feels like something that could happen through the virtual lens. You could have a virtual game that you could play a movie and you could be inserted into that film and live out that role as that character. That would actually be something I think people would go bonkers for. Could you imagine putting your VR glasses on? You could actually play out Han Solo or Luke. Again, the problem with this is, what if the characters deviate too much from the script, the story? How does it adapt? Is it your choose your own adventure type thing? What are the rules going to be here? And this episode just felt so tedious and went on forever. The premise is she's trapped in here because of the computer glitch. They can't figure out how to get her out. She has to go through the entire film and say this final line, which kind of like, whoop, that ends the movie. Credits are going to roll. So they had to rewrite the script, rewrite the story. Hotel Reverie is not even going to be the remake that we all wanted. It's going to be this new version. It feels like them mocking Hollywood and all the remakes and all the different twists and turns that they do. If that's what they're doing, this is kind of a great episode from a context point of view, but the execution is just nearly unbearable to watch, man. Oh, it was hard to get through. And then it ends with her basically being on the outside, but somehow Dorothy is still on the inside and sort of has her awareness of it all, knows what's going on, and can talk to her through the phone into the film. I don't know. It made no sense whatsoever. I don't know. This is one of these gobbledygook concept things, and I feel like it's not in line with their belief system. That Charlie Brooker has definitely got more left-leaning political things, left-leaning more concepts. He's not even really a great sci-fi writer anymore. He's exhausted so many of his ideas. He took something here that I feel is just an interesting concept of like a whole lot of different things and little of this, little of that. Again, it's Casablanca, man. What are we gonna do? We're making fun of all these different things of this concept, and yeah, I don't know. This is one of the worst episodes that I've seen, that I've done a video on. Completely unbearable. I love that concept that they're kind to dealing with, but ooh, this was a rough one for me. So anyway, love your thoughts. You guys tell me what you guys think. I'm Pops.